Hi all, welcome and welcome back to my channel. In case you did not see my community post, I want to take a moment to thank all of you for helping me reach over 2,000 subscribers on my channel. I never expected my channel to grow the way it has, and it's all because of you. So thank you to each and every one of you for your views, likes, uplifting comments, informative comments, all the encouragement, and the friendship that you've given to me. I appreciate you so very much. Now, on to my video. Since it's been a few videos since I've given parents and caregivers a proper scare, I decided to take care of it in this video. I don't like to take too much time in between these types of videos because I worry that you might start to relax. Start to think things are under control in your home. Start to think there couldn't possibly be a man living under your teenager's bed. I know. Crazy talk. I get it. Couldn't happen in your house. Got it. I'm sure the mother in Cincinnati, Ohio thought the same thing too. You know, until she found him, living under her daughter's bed. And then found out he had been living there for weeks. Don't believe me? Okay. Well, I'll just tell you the story. Then you can let me know when you'd like me to pause so you can do a little checking of your own. Let's get started. According to the Hamilton County Prosecutor's Office, a teenage girl between the ages of 13 and 18 years old, who is unnamed, met 20-year-old Jarrett Wright of Barberton, Ohio, on Instagram. And although court documents didn't give much detail about how he came to live under the teenager's bed, the girl did tell police that he lived there for 3 weeks during late February and March of 2021. And she knew he was there, but her mother didn't. She said during the 3 weeks, he sexually assaulted her. Police said they are unclear as to whether the teen invited him to live there or not, and they also don't know if he came and went from the home during the 3 weeks. But after the 3 weeks, her mother said she found him under her bed and then learned he had been there for weeks. Can you imagine how chilling it would be to learn that there had been a strange man not only in your home for weeks without you knowing it, day and night, but living under your child's bed? Can you imagine what is going through that mother's head? Aside from what he was doing with her daughter, where was he when her mother was sleeping? Moving freely around their house? Going through their things? Watching her sleep? And every time she took a shower? Could he have snuck into the bathroom? Could he have seen her undressed? What about when she left the house? Where was he then? Eating their food? Using their bathroom? God, how chilling and disturbing. All the private conversations he was listening to. Every moment. According to court documents, the girl said he had not only sexually assaulted her, but he also took nude photos of her as well. Lord knows where those got sent to. Hopefully nowhere, but what are the chances of that? After her mother found him under her bed, he was arrested and charged with 3 counts of sexual assault and 1 count of producing child pornography. His bail has been set at $50,000. Now, if that story didn't make your hairs stand up, that's okay. I have another one. This story goes back to 2016, but it is a terrifying story of a 19-year-old woman in England who desperately tried to get help because her ex-boyfriend was stalking her. But the police didn't believe her. According to reports, Shanna Grice went to police for help on 5 different occasions, claiming she was in danger and her ex was stalking her. But police say they found inconsistencies in her story, so they fined her for wasting police time. She went to them for help in February of 2016 and let them know she was being stalked. In March of 2016, to report that her ex assaulted her, for which she was fined for wasting their time. In July of 2016, to report that he stole her house key and entered her home while she was sleeping. And again in July, because he was excessively calling her phone. Then she went for help a third time in July to report that he followed her to work. She was told that police were dealing with the situation on 2 occasions when she inquired about what was being done. But nothing was being done. Then Shanna didn't go to police for help anymore. Because in August of 2016, her ex entered her home and killed her. She was 19. She was scared. She asked for help, but she wasn't believed. Now she's gone. After her murder, police apologized for not taking her case seriously. But really, what does it matter at that point? The damage was already done, and an apology wasn't going to bring her back. 2 teens who were in danger. 1 who didn't survive. The other may not have either if her mother didn't intervene and find the man under her daughter's bed. If he was willing to go that far, how much further would he have gone? And police didn't say if she didn't tell because she wanted him there, or because she was afraid he would hurt her or her mother, or both, if she told. She met him on Instagram. He came into her home. Both men had no problem gaining entry into the teens' homes, invading their spaces, to abuse and murder them. This is terrifying. Teens may want their privacy, but they don't necessarily understand the dangers that may come with it. They may not realize if they're being groomed. They might not even know what that means. They may not know who to turn to if they feel threatened. It's important now more than ever to have some difficult conversations with our teens about proper and improper behavior, proper and improper interactions online, and to speak up when they feel that they are being threatened or put in uncomfortable situations. They should never feel that they have to endure it alone. It's easier than you know for a predator to gain access to your teen online. The best thing you can do is arm them with information about spotting the signs that they may be interacting with an abuser so they can put an end to it. Stalker situations may not be as easy to deal with, but even if the police won't help, that doesn't mean your child has to be a victim. I'm a firm believer in fighting fire with fire. I'm also a firm believer in the best defense is a good offense. Stalkers rely on their victims to stay in defense mode and hope it ends, because that keeps them vulnerable to their attacks. But they don't expect their victims to turn the tables on them and put them on the defense. And sometimes that's necessary to de-escalate a potentially dangerous situation. Your teens won't understand that, but you will. I've spoken in previous videos about my own experience with my son being stalked by a girl he broke up with. They were teens, but she wasn't playing, and she tried some pretty evil things to hurt him. When the police wouldn't help because she hadn't done anything to physically harm him, I had to take matters into my own hands to protect him. The best part? She never saw me coming. She thought it was just between her and my son, and I let her think that, so she thought she had the upper hand. Then, when she sent her stepdad to threaten to hurt my son one day after school, the gloves came off. I never actually confronted the girl stalking my son. Since she brought her parents into it, I chose to deal with them instead. Because it was all fun and games until I made it a problem for her parents. Then it wasn't so much fun for her anymore. Because I hit hard and I hit fast. And by the time I was finished with them, they fully understood that there wasn't any length that I wouldn't go to stop the harassing of my son. Once they realized it wasn't worth it anymore, it stopped. But I was lucky. Not every stalking situation can be diffused, no matter what you do. All you can do is protect your teen as much as possible. Try to limit the time that they're alone and vulnerable. And don't just assume that things are getting better just because communication goes quiet. It could be the calm before the storm. Even after my son's stalker quit, we stayed on alert for a long time, waiting to see if she'd be dumb enough to try something again. We didn't just let our guards down and return to life as usual. Not for a long time. Because you never know. She still had the same brain that caused her to do it the first time. So, we anticipated a second. Then when she moved on and started dating a boy who had no idea what she was capable of, I waited for her to get him to go after my son. But it never happened. Teens can be vicious. Don't underestimate them. Let them underestimate you. Then do what you have to do to protect your child. Thank you all so very much for watching. Stay safe, stay alert, and I'll see you on my next video.